God has a dream for your life. This is part 3 of a 3-part series. In part 1, we looked at receive your dream mission. And your dream mission is where you are doing what you love most while meeting needs for others. In part 2, we talked about release your dream doubts. And I shared with you 5 doubts that we tend to have around our dream and how we can overcome those doubts. Today, we're going to look at realize that successful people have a dream. I want to kick us off with 3 quotes that really anchor this concept and what we're going to talk about today. First is Blueprint for Reality. In the book Success Happens, it says the blueprint of reality is the prototype of things to come. So dreams are the prototype of things to come. The more clearly one sees a positive future, the more confidently he or she lives in the present. The more clearly one sees a positive future, the more confidently he or she lives in the present. Walt Kallestad said, dreams can help us see the invisible, believe the incredible, and achieve the impossible. And then Dr. Tom Barrett, dreams keep the mind clear, the heart hopeful, and the will strong. Man, I love all 3 of those quotes. So today, as we wrap up this series, I want to give you 3 aspects around realizing that successful people do indeed have a dream. The first is, how big does the dream need to be? Successful people need to answer this. How big does the dream need to be? Well, the first thing is it needs to be big enough to get you out of bed in the morning. Like where your feet hit the floor and you are ready to get moving. Big enough to keep you up at night. Strong enough to help you ignore fatigue. Strong enough to get you to push through any fear that would keep you from moving forward. You know, when I started this series, I talked with you about my dream of speaking and how 20 plus years ago, I was drawing it on my triangle and, like anxiously waiting for it to come to fruition. And on the week that I'm recording this episode, I've had in this last 7 days, 3 major opportunities to speak. And I remember a couple of mornings ago, I hadn't gotten much sleep. And I woke up and my feet hit the floor. And what I wanted to say was, I'm tired. And then what I reminded myself is, I am grateful. I am grateful for this opportunity. This is my dream being realized. I'm so grateful that I didn't give up on the dream, that I didn't allow those dream doubts to keep me from continuing to put in the work and to be patient in the process. So how big does your dream need to be? It needs to be big. Get you up in the morning, keep you up at night, help you to be strong in the face of fatigue, and help you to be strong in the face of fear. The second aspect of understanding the dreams and how the role that they play is that dreams fall into 4 distinct categories. And this is helpful just in terms of how we think about dreams. So there are practical dreams. That's a category. It's based on necessity, like practical need that we have. So it could be the need of getting out of debt. It could be, I need supplemental income. I can remember when I was much younger, but I had a small child, 15-month-old, and we had another one that ultimately would be born the very next year, and I needed supplemental income. I was home full-time at the time, and I started indirect sales as a way of supplementing my income, and very quickly realized that supplemental income could become a full-time income, that supplemental to full time could be a both my husband and I time of being able to work that business together and completely support our family. But it could be practical. Another area is spouse doesn't, a spouse not having to work. That's also a practical dream, like being able to say, I want to have the ability for my spouse to not be able to work, which ultimately that was a dream when I was in that direct sales business. Wouldn't it be awesome if Fred could be home with me and we could work the business together? Practical health insurance. I mean, that's a big thing right now. So you can have practical dreams. It's really one of the most common reasons why people get involved in business is they've got a practical dream that they want to see come to fruition. And usually it is believable and it is achievable. And when achieved, very satisfying. So that's the first type of dream, practical. The second is fun dreams. Fun dreams, they energize us, they lift us up. They usually require some disposable income. Not necessarily that everyone has that, but I want to tell you, do not be embarrassed or feel guilty about having a fun dream. As Fred and I were aging and our boys were aging, by the time they got into high school, we started having more fun dreams, like being able to travel together. And so it's okay to have fun dreams. And really, in the last 2.5 years, we have done more travel than we ever did of any of the years of our marriage up to that point. So fun dreams. You can have practical dreams. You can have fun dreams. Number 3, memorable dreams. Memorable dreams, truly special things that you would like to do, places that you would like to go. Like think landmark moments or experiences in your life that really stand out above all the others. Our current memorable dream is to go the year of our 30th wedding anniversary to Italy. Specifically, for sure, we want to be able to be in Rome. We're talking about Venice, so many of the others, but that is a dream that we have of a memorable celebration of that milestone in our marriage. The fourth aspect of or distinct category, significant dreams. These can cost the least amount of money, but they have the greatest impact oftentimes in our lives, and of those we meet and of those we care about. Significant dreams are where we're looking for ways to touch the lives of others. So those are the 4 distinct categories. So it's important because it helps you to really think through what are the dreams that I have, what are the dreams that I want, and to know which category are you at this stage of your life most, whether motivated by or inspired by. But think about for you, which category speaks to you most right now. The third aspect of this realizing successful people have a dream are the dream realities. So I want you to consider the following. The night before Christmas, every parent's worst nightmare as they're wrapping their young children's gifts frantically at 2 a.m. because they're finally asleep. And you see the dreaded words, batteries not included. And you're like, ugh. Or another example, did you ever buy a car? It could be a new car or a new to you, quote, used car, and from the dealership. And you notice upon taking ownership of said car that they gave you the car with the gas gauge on empty? I mean, really? How cheap can that be? Or the third aspect, I remember being in high school, sending out these invites, being invited to a party, and at the bottom of the invitation, it says BYOB, bring your own beverage. And for some, that means adult beverage. In our business, what we need to realize, the batteries are not included. The fuel tank is empty if you don't fill it. And it is BYOB. Except let's change that a little bit. It is singularity. It's singularly your responsibility to keep the batteries charged, to fill your own fuel tank. And in our business, it's BYOD, BYOP, and BYOR. You're invited to the party, but it's bring your own dream, bring your own passion, bring your own reason. Bring your own dream, bring your own passion, bring your own reason. Nobody can supply these for you. This is why having a dream that is clear, that is personal, is so imperative in our life. Dreams keep us charged up. They keep us fueled for the long road, the life-changing journey that is ahead. They give us our passion, our reason, our relentless drive to keep going. In short, our dreams give us direction, determination, focus, fuel, perseverance, and perspective. That is why a dream is the first indispensable requirement of success in any significant endeavor. It is like the rocket fuel that propels every entrepreneur forward. The more clear, the more tangible, the more personal your dream is, the more it will sustain you in the inevitable moments of fatigue when you really want to just take a nap. When fear tells you you should just run. And when people you know suggest that you are crazy. Allow yourself to dust off the skill of dreaming. Let yourself have some dreams that are practical, fun, memorable, significant. Not only will they transform your life in the future, they will enrich your present by infusing it with legitimate joy, hope, purpose, and direction. And what I know is that when you are able to cultivate thinking that is based and anchored in legitimate hope, joy, purpose, and direction, it is so important in the life that you live. So I want to remind you, encourage you, uplift you that God has a dream for your life. Receive your dream mission. Release your dream doubts and realize that successful people have a dream. And you, my friend, can be that successful person that is able to live into the dream that God has for you. I want to encourage you, continue day by day by day, no matter how long it takes as you move towards that dream, that you continue to persist in doing the things that move you towards the realization of it. I started this series sharing with you about that dream of speaking. 20 plus years in the future of the first time that I wrote down the beginnings, the visualization of that dream, do I feel that I can truly say to you, I am at the cusp of living the dream that God has given me. What is it for you? What is it for you? What is that dream that is yet fulfilled? Receive the dream that God has given you. Choose to release the doubts that would keep you from moving forward and realize that successful people have dreams. Cultivate yours every day while you're cultivating thinking that matters so that you can live a life that matters.